Outrun 3 is the Soulsborne games, no hit, all in a row. Seven games. Like, I assume this is the best Scythe for dealing with undead enemies, right? Unless, I guess you could... Someone was saying you could get this Ash of War, and I assume you could put it on other Scythes as well. So, it might be better to just go with a different one that you can actually switch up the damage type. Let's go on Casey. Yep. Hopefully we can get this today, man. Not sure how I'm feeling about it. We should be able to, I think. We had a run the other day to Malekith. I think the first attempt at this was to Malekith, and I took a really weird hit. Yeah, we definitely do need a hat trick today, but I think we can get 2 runs today because we still have some DS2 runs in the bank, but pretty soon I might use my basically a lifeline, dude, of picking one of the 3 gimme runs I have where I can pick what we use. We might do one of those pretty soon just to make myself feel better about where we're at. You know, some DS3 run or something, you know. Let's go on Kazoodle. But yeah, we got to start thinking about what run I want to do for that. Or what runs. Someone suggested Ice Rapier, or Matt wants Ice Rapier in DS2. So that's one that we could definitely do that I should get instantly, I would assume. And then... yeah, we could do some DS3, like... What DS3 runs could I do? Which weapons have I not done in DS3? A Sword Greatsword is pretty cool, yeah. Sword Greatsword is pretty cool. Dancer Twin Blades. You know, but that's actually not that easy. Is the problem. That's actually not that easy. Because, I mean, the weapon themselves are fine, but then, you know, I gotta kill Dancer early, which is fine. But then I have to kill Greatwood, which I guess is also kind of fine. But it's not ideal. I think I've already done Warden Twin Blades, and I've already done Fume before. Lothric Knight. How about just Lothric Knight Sword, dude?
Have you heard, Acer, but you, I can turning
Lothric Knight Straight Sword. I don't think I've done that before. That'd be pretty fucking easy.
I bequeath. It will summon torrent. Treat him with.
Yeah, I was thinking, you know, it just... Whatever runs we pick for those 3 just purely depends on how far along we are on the bet. Because if I feel like we're behind, which I kind of get the feeling we're maybe falling a little bit behind now, even though we're still ahead of pace by the numbers. Wing Knight dual axes I've used before. That's actually not the weapon art, unfortunately. The weapon art of the twin axes is the spin to win. I don't remember. I don't need any stone swords for this run, do I? Yeah, basically, I'm at this rate. I'm thinking we're just gonna pick some easy runs at Dark Souls 2 and 3. Just do those. And then, yeah. We still have some Dark Souls 2 runs to do. There's the... They should be very easy, I think. At least one of them will be. The other one, maybe not. The dual smelter... Power stance smelter swords could be pretty rough, I think. Maybe. I could use the Uchi to kill Alexander. Yeah, I think I've done Black Knight Sword as well. I've done quite a few weapons no hit in Dark Souls 3.
I am pleased. My thanks. Oh, that. Well, What are you doing? Wait. I see. I see it now. Humans all lose their wits eventually. And there's nothing left to say except how it is.
Yeah, the Black Knight Sword is awesome. Yeah, it's really good. The Great Sword any good in DS3? You mean just the standard Great Sword moveset? Or oh, you're talking about the Ultra. It's okay. It's not that great though. Not great.
Oh, you here as a...
I would rather use Astora than the Great Sword, just because the problem with the Great Sword is that it doesn't have a good R2. That horizontal swinging R2 is not really that useful for anything, but the poking ultras in DS3 are useful for things, at least on bosses. That's why Lorian's was really good, and that's why Fume's really good, and that's why Astora's really good. Well, there's 3 runs, right? There's three runs that are my pick. So yeah, we'll see. Surrender. Like, so what I normally do is with the weapons that I'm gonna cheat engine from the start, I just give myself the stats to use them. And if they want them power stance, that means I'm gonna need 1.5 of the stats, right? So we're going to be starting that run at an insanely high level, which isn't necessarily a good thing in Dark Souls 2 because then it's harder to get the ADP I need and stuff. But to power stance them, I mean, I'm going to need so much endurance. That's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough run, I think. Decently tough. But we shouldn't really have any more interruptions, you guys. For the rest of this bounty, for the rest of this bet, because there's no Amit anymore. Amit's officially done. How's it going, Aram? And yeah, that took up quite a few days when in the bet so far. That's probably taken about at least 4 days or more. So yeah, if there's no more interruptions, that means an extra day of runs per week, basically. Which could be an extra run a week. Yeah, CBD pretty convincingly won relegation, I'd say, but it was still really interesting. Still really good to watch. There's a lot of strategy at play as well with how they use the Amits. And CBD won the first match pretty easily, I would say. Or it was a 4-3, but he won with, I think, 2 gates left to play. Or one, at least 1 gate left to play, but I think it was 2. And then, yeah, and then Fry tied the second game, but Fry used all of his Amits against CBD and they tied. But even if CBD lost that, like CBD won the Amit battle, he had better Amits, so it would have been really tough for Fry to come back in the third match. Even if Fry won the second match, I think advantage was still for CBD. But yeah, it was a situation where Fry had to win, and yes, CBD just used 3 dull blades on him, so there's just no chance, basically. Basically no chance for him. But it's because CBD was smart with his Amits. And I don't know if somebody told him my suggestion or something. I probably, but I was saying initially CBD was going to use all of his big omits in the second match to try to put him away. But what I was saying is that if I was in that position, I would actually use my worst omits in that match because it was a spell setup. And first of all, Doublade is pretty weak when you're using spells. Because, you know, when you're using Catalyst, it cares more about your levels than the upgrade level, mostly. And so Doublade is much better when you're using it on a melee weapon, because spells will actually still do pretty good damage at a +0 staff if you're at, you know, 99 fucking intelligence, which is what they were at. And so I was like, yeah, if this was me, I'd probably save all my Doublades for the next round, assuming that, you know, I'm going to lose this one, and then dump the 3 Doublades. And then, you know, for Fry, if he's going to use all of his omits there, then even if he wins the match, even if he wins match 2, he's somehow got to win match 3 where I have all these Doublades and I've got my other omit. So yeah, Doublades really affect. I don't know, maybe psychologically, but you know what's interesting is that the setup and the bosses that they had in that third game was literally the absolute optimal bosses to have Doublade on. So Fry had a total chance. Like, if that's against V-Swed or myself or something, we're not losing that, right? Those Doublades would be ineffective, basically. It was really, I don't know. It was almost just perfect for Fry. A perfect setup for him. It was almost so perfect that it was a little suspicious, but I don't think anything was... like, I don't think there was foul play, but it was almost too perfect. Because the setup that they had on the final match was Bandit Knife, which, you know, we've already used before in the season. I was a little confused by that. Then also, they had 3 bosses. And these were the 3 bosses, okay? The first one was... who's the first one? It was Phase 1 Frida, and they had a Bandit Knife with Bleed, and they had Bleed Resins. And so that's trivial, right? That's completely trivial with the Bandit Knife, because you're going to get good crit damage. You're going to proc Bleed, probably, if you're aggressive enough. So that's super fucking easy. The next boss I had was Champion Gundyr, which is another boss where you're going to be proccing Bleed all the time. And you have another crit boss where you have the dagger, and you're going to deal good damage. And then the third boss was Cinder. And so all bosses that are susceptible to bleed, and all bosses where if I'm doing my SO1 no upgrade run, I'm using that exact setup on those bosses. Right? Although, to be fair, on Frida, I might have used the dagger, but I don't know. I can't remember. Either way, though, it was basically the perfect setup with Doublade and the perfect bosses. So, I don't know. Fry definitely had a chance, and I think again, if that's against V-Swed or me or something, then those Doublades are totally wasted. What's up, Metal Gear? Now, to be fair, getting a boss like Crystal Sage or something would probably... Actually, I don't know, though. I don't think a +0 or a +0 Arthas Rouge Bandit Knife would even kill Sage before Phase 2. So, I think they actually just did get all the best bosses. Doublade. And it was too perfect. It was very perfect. And I guess it's probably coincidence, but I don't know. But yeah, CBD played really well. Like, he definitely deserved to win. I don't even know if there's a single gate that CBD lost where it actually mattered. No, it's definitely not drama. I mean, I don't think they purposely set it up so that they knew CBD would use all of his omits in the last game, and then they're like, oh yeah, let's give them the perfect setup and the perfect bosses to get a chance with Doublade. I don't think they did that. Oh, did CBD no-hit the rest of that seed? Yeah, I don't think they finished it. If I was him, I would have finished it. Just keep going until I get hit. Yeah, definitely interesting, though. Other than that, I mean, it was a... Or in addition to that, it was a really good match. Everything about it was really good. All the seeds were fair. And a lot of strategy. There are some mistakes that the runners made for sure. For example, on the final gate of... Or it was on the gate in Irithel Dungeon where basically the match timer was running out. And Fry didn't decide to gun it through despite having all the 5 kills. And it was a long shot that he could make that no hit. But he should have at least tried, right? He's down in the match. He already lost and they're basically about to tie. There's no chance that your opponent is going to be able to get through and not get hit. So you might as well just go for it, right? But he just didn't. Maybe he wasn't aware, but... Oh, yeah, the insane settlement gate, dude. Yeah, that was crazy. How's it going, Posy? Yeah, he was just sitting there, and I was like, oh my god, he's not going to make it, dude. I guess he's done that quite a few times in the season, where he's just kind of a bit too slow.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever.
Shogun, thanks for the... thanks for giving the sub to Aram. Thanks so much, dude. But yeah, that was... definitely, if you guys missed that... 100% worth going back and watching that match. It was... Or you could even watch just my reaction to it. Because I think on the commentary, they were kind of, as usual, not really focused. But it is in the last VOD. Yeah, Halo Scythe is pretty tough. We've only done 3 attempts so far, though. I'm pretty sure. We just haven't really had a lot of time to attempt this run yet. But it is tough. It's a worse weapon than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be at least okay on the final bosses, but it's really just not. Lidberta, welcome back. Man, Lobos versus Ain is such a good match, yeah. Maybe not if you're Lobos or Ain, but if you're anybody else, that was an amazing match to watch, dude. That was unbelievable. Imagine a 0-0 tie. I think that was the closest we've ever had to a 0-0 tie. Probably. Except on that one match day where everything was messed up because we had a NG+7 bandit knife. That was probably the worst match day of the season. I don't know. At least for me it was. That was really bad. I remember I was like actually really tilted too because it was the match where we had it was NG+7 and the setup they gave us was the raw bandit knife and I was nerfed, which honestly didn't really do that much, but I was nerfed, and so we got a normal first gate. It was me versus Fry. We got a normal first gate. It was, you know, Archdragon Peak. We just had to kill 5 enemies, go through an easy gate. No problems, right? The next gate was Great Wood in the Pontiff Arena. So that is NG+7 Great Wood with a raw bandit knife. And I was on base stats. And so that was really tough, right? That was really tough. And I died a couple times. Fry took a bunch of hits. And then I was like, okay, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. But time was already ticking away a lot. And this was before the rule change where there was that you know, 10-minute timer on boss gates where you had to, you know, get a walk of shame and go past it. And so what happened was I was like, okay, I'm not going to be able to beat this, and I need to get other gates so that I can beat him because if, yeah, I mean, if we just waste all of our time on this gate, then I'm not going to be able to beat him. We're just going to tie 1-1 or something. And so I went and intentionally died a few times because the rule at the time was each player had to die 5 times for there to be a skip of a gate. And so I died 5 times, and then what ended up happening was that, the actual rule says that it's a vote to a skip. So both players need to agree to skip in order to do it. And then Fry just didn't agree to skip. And so, like, I went and I died a bunch of times, because you have to die 5 times. And I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and just skip it and then move on. And then he just didn't want to. And so what I was like, man, that is just so fucking trash. And I was so tilted, and then eventually they basically just changed the rule on the spot because they're like, yeah, this is really stupid that you're just both sitting here for 40 minutes in this Greatwood arena, or in this Greatwood fight. And so, yeah, eventually Hob was like, okay. They made it seem like it wasn't a vote, or they basically they made it seem like the rules said that you just have to skip. But that's not what it was. Like, Fry was totally doing something within the rules, even though I would say that's horrible. It's pretty lame, right? It's pretty fucking lame. And then eventually, yeah, we make it to the next gate, and then it's phase 2 Frida into phase 2 Gale with a raw bandit knife on NG +7. and I got hit, and then he got hit. In that fight, we ended up just not finishing the fight because the match timer went out, because we wasted so much time on that Greatwood. So that was by far the worst match of the season. And a lot of the other matches were really bad. Most of them ended up in a tie. In fact, every single match ended with a tie, except for V-Swed's game, where they got a more reasonable seed. But yeah, that one was pretty fucking bad. And to be fair, that is kind of the only reason why I ended up tying against Fry, I think. I mean, maybe he beat me, but... Or maybe he would beat me on a normal seed, but it's pretty unlikely. And then obviously, you know, the next match against Fry was the CD match. But yeah, that was not great. Fun to watch? I don't know if it was, though, because even when I was watching the other matches, it was pretty fucking lame when people got bosses and just got destroyed for a long time. Pretty safe to say there won't be another match day like that in Ahmed again, where it's just like a horrible setup on a horrible low damage setup. And it's funny, too, because I was thinking on that match day that it would really be good for me, because most bosses, I would have a huge advantage with that low of damage against other people. But then we got Greatwood in the Pontiff arena. If it was different, if it was a different arena where I was more open, maybe if it was even just Greatwood in his normal arena, I think I would have done that. Maybe. Maybe not every time, but I would have at least had a chance to do it. But man, in the Pontiff arena, you know, it seems like a big arena, but when there's Greatwood in it, there's not really much room to circle around him. And that's kind of the strat. And yeah. Yeah, there's not that much room for Greatwood in that arena, basically. And you get cut off and then you just die. Yeah, and then by the time we got to Frida phase 2 and Gale phase 2, I think I would have been able to do it if I wasn't already super tilted. Yeah, they test seeds before matches, yeah. I'd be interested to see what the process is for it. I think it'd be really cool to make the seeds, actually. I'd love to do that if I wasn't participating. Elden a Souls game? Yeah, I maybe me too. I don't know. Probably not, but the last time I can remember. Yeah, I think in that match today, I was just annoyed because I felt like I didn't have any chance to get a win there. Like it just felt totally unfair. And then, you know, eventually, I think once if I died to the Greatwood those few times and then, you know, we immediately skipped, then I think I wouldn't have been tilted because it's like, okay, you know, we just move on. It's kind of a stupid gate. And then maybe I could have no-hit that phase 2 Frida into phase 2 Gale in the Twin Princes arena, but after I had to wait a good 5 minutes or more because, yeah, like my opponent didn't want to skip the gate and just wanted to waste the match timer sitting there. I was like, man, that's not good sportsmanship, dude. That's kind of lame. And so at that point, I was like, yeah, that was pretty tilted then. And then eventually, after a few minutes of just sitting there, they were like, yep, let's skip it. And then probably the hardest boss combo, or one of them. I forgot to get the grace. Yeah, the only thing that I found a little unfortunate though towards the end of the season with the seeds is just the one that Ain and Chuzo got on the last day. That was a pretty unfortunate seed. I would much prefer that I got that seed in a match that didn't. Or I guess my match did matter, but would have been better if that seed went to somebody whose match didn't really matter, like Fry and CBD, right? Because their match literally didn't matter at all. What's up, Skull? Thanks, Bebo. Would be objectively the hardest boss for Zero Hit League or for just anything? Because I think it's easily Greatwood, but well, wait, but is it on NG plus 7 or not? Because if it's not NG plus 7, then it wouldn't be Greatwood. Yeah, if that was an NG Greatwood, that would have been a lot more doable. But NG plus 7, fucking monster Greatwood, dude. But yeah, if you're just talking for a normal 0 hit run, plus 0 bandit knife, probably like I wouldn't say Greatwood, because even Greatwood, when I did the SO1 no upgrade run, I used the bandit knife for him, and I'm pretty sure it was a scripted kill. I actually don't know. What's up, Tammy? That's tough. Yeah, it could be princes, but they also bleed, though. We did phase 2. I mean, I don't think so, because the Ariana's pretty weak to bleed. I don't know. In the random, I would say, yeah, if we're talking the randomizer, then I would say Madeir is probably the worst, because Madeir's AI is so messed up in the randomizer that it actually makes the fight way harder. And then, yeah, if you're dealing... Man, you wouldn't... If you had a +0 bandit knife on that match day and you got a Madeir, there's literally no fucking chance you're killing that boss. There's no way. Not in 10 minutes. That would actually take more than half an hour. That boss fight. Even on base NG, that would probably take a good... There's no way you're beating that in 10 minutes or 15. It'd probably take 20 minutes, at least. I do think that, yeah, zero hit league, we should probably stay away from those atrocious setups, right? Unless you remove the bosses, what you could do is have a setup like that, but then remove a lot of the bosses on that match day that would be borderline undoable. That actually could be an idea. So you could have that match day setup, you know, +0 bandit or just it wasn't even +0, it was +10. +10 raw bandit knife on a G+7. You could do that, but only add in bleed bosses or bosses that can bleed or something like that, right? And then, you know, all of a sudden it becomes a lot more interesting. Or just select what bosses are possible. I think that'd be cool. You know, only have... Even Cinder is really tough on that, but... You know, have Cinder, have your... I guess you could put Crystal Sage, which would still be horrible, but... Udex Gundyr, Champion Gundyr, Osiros. It could work. But just not when you have Great Woods and Medirs and whoever else. I actually don't really know what determines how far this guy walks. Seems just kind of random. No, we're not even close to done yet, Bree. I think we have 4 great runes right now. I was one of the only 3 people who no-hit Cinder and Amit. Really? I don't think I ever got a Cinder, did I? I didn't have 1 Cinder. Or did I? I don't think I did. I didn't get a lot of the... like, I feel like I had a really bad RNG with boss fights.
It seems Torrent.
My Amits.
But I can take gathering plate. Let my hand.
Season 3... if I were to guess, it's probably... no more than or it wouldn't be sooner than within 5 months, I would guess. 4 to 5 months. So maybe in the spring next year. Well, you probably could keep paying out of pocket, but it's probably not ideal. Yeah. I do think with something that big, because it was pretty big, right? I think it would not be hard to find sponsors for it. Just based on some events I've been in the past too, which are so much smaller. You guys remember some of the Raptor tournaments back in the day that were, you know, literally a tiny fraction of the viewership? And even those would get maybe nothing huge, but realizing my stats are all messed up because I'm not at RL1 right now.
Don't say it twice. I suppose I have no choice. Is this what grace was? You are an enigma. To be certain, the volcano manor awaits you.
An enigma. For the bell-bearing posse, it allows me to get Assassin's Gambit without having to kill Rykard or kill some other NPC that's even more annoying than him. Let's go on Aziz, by the way. Just totally going the wrong way. Nice debuff. Which one is it? Not the moose horn, right? Was there any run where I used the moose horn for Godskin Duo? Oh. Or when I was writing SO or RL1, I guess I did that. Oh, it would help if I did the quest line. Oh yeah, Chilling Mist, yeah. Where do you get that from? Or is that the Ash of War you're talking? Yeah, is that the one that's underground? Or yeah, Freezing Pot is probably easier. Would that ever be worth doing? Probably on the Great Club run, that could have been worth it. Just got a Freezing Pot. How did that deload kill work? Did you have to... What, do you just trigger the boss from outside, if that's still possible, and then just run away or something? I didn't see it. Did you post that in the Discord?
Hello. Hello, it's rather... My mistress sent me, but could I ask you that thug made off only if you've... Oh, what a blessing. The thug
you jump out of bounds, you're saying. Oh, okay. Huh.
What are you trying to start? Show me, and I'll consider.
John, have a good day at work, dude. Thanks for hanging out.
Did I forget? I see you are very to study such, please.
Well, ritual pots are, I mean, they are really easy to get, though. Right? Oh, wait. Wait, the pots wake them up? guess that's worse then.
I hereby
Didn't we talk about this yesterday? And then, I don't know. I thought pods didn't wake them up. Unless you hit them directly, obviously. Which I thought you didn't have to do. I don't fucking know.
I am Tanit. Raya spoke well. A warrior. Perhaps you are. Will you join us? YX rise with us. And now you belong. The drawing room, but be sure to.
I wonder if I would ever have to use that rot strat on gods can do. Okay. I mean, if we have a weapon that's really just that bad, then maybe I'd do that. Or couldn't you just rot them in the same way that you sleep them at the start with Gambit and they just don't even aggro? Or do they aggro if they get rotted? Yeah, that's probably what I would do for +0. I would assume. How many ritual pots can you get? Like 10? Wonder how that would work. Poison and... I guess you just do the same as the Gideon strat. Let's go on Spec Op. Only 4 rot pots. Okay, yeah, that's... should be easy enough to do. Did we buy? I think we already bought all the stuff we need there. No, we didn't. Yeah, I really cannot imagine Gods Can Do ever being a problem on almost any no-hit run, actually, that I would consider doing. What's up, Fox, as well? Let's go, dude.
You'll no match loud, you're a...
Three one. I mean, how long has the game been going on for? I'm a little concerned with our levels right now. Can you attack faster than Noble's Belly Blast? I am not sure. Not sure why I'm getting this. What's up, Spectre? Bygone, thanks for the good luck, dude. Okay, here we go. Nice one. Oh, the game lagged right as I was doing that roll. Oh, nice tree. This is a cool looking boss arena, but I also hate it because there's so much crap in the way. There's just so much crap. Yeah, this is PC, Doggytron. Why can't I? Oh, I can't R1 because of the safe zone.
Why not? A little.
One HP, FP, one stam. Yeah, I wonder if that's harder in this game than Dark Souls 3. I remember doing that in Dark Souls 3, and it was actually very disappointing how easy it was. Thanks, Fluffy. Yeah, that's just how Elden Ring is, Donkeytron, dude. That's just the game. Like, I think basically everybody says that. I think I lined up too far left there. What the hell? What's going on here? What the? Why am I just not going as far randomly? I'm just not going as far. This is so weird. That is so fucking weird. Now something's going on here, you guys. I don't know what it is, though. So weird, man. I don't know why that would be happening. Maybe it is pretty precise, so maybe maybe I just wasn't I was jumping really quickly there. Even though I try to jump like I try to spam A there basically. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't think I'm going to kill this Estelle this time. It's kind of not really worth it. It's a weapon art? It's the Miquella's Ring of Light. It's kind of good actually, but the problem is that it's holy damage, pure holy. Oh, you're talking about you're talking about Assassin's Gambit. Yeah, it's basically like Spook and Hidden Body combined, except not as strong as Hidden Body. You can't just run in front of enemies and they won't aggro with this, but it's pretty damn good though. Or the elevator? I guess it'd be a little bit faster, but I have to, it wouldn't be, like, that'd be fractionally faster. I have to go down here to get the rot pots for Gideon, because this weapon's just not good enough to kill Gideon, so. But yeah, I also get, I mean, there's some other stuff that we get down here too, right? There's, I get the Somber 7 down here, so it's basically just an alternative to going through Volcano Manor. Or going all the way through Volcano Manor now. It doesn't really do that much, but... Yeah, because I also have to run to the right side of this area to get the butterflies too, right? But yeah, I'd basically be running at this angle instead of that angle. It'd be a little bit faster for sure, but... A minor detour. Very minor. Surely I have enough health for this. Yeah, I love when other streamers have that that shout out thing where, you know, they show a clip of the other streamer's channel, and I love just seeing myself getting hit by all kinds of shit when other people shout me out. It's so great. Yeah, like I raid someone's channel and then and then they shout me out, and then the clip is like fucking that minor hit or something. Just getting upset.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your own.
Anything else? I think we're good to go here. Healing input got eaten. I mean, I would rather it get eaten there than mid-boss fight, which seems to happen all the time. What's that clip? Is that a jinx? You're trying to jinx me to get hit on Margit? I'll watch it after. That was really bad. Dino, thanks for the raid, dude. How was your stream, man? What's up, Chew? Did I watch this clip? Is this a learning opportunity for me here? Oh yeah. Yeah, so this happens if you aren't far away enough. Yeah, if you just roll in, you'll get that actually every time. But you don't even have to roll into it at all. Just rolling to the side is fine. Or even backwards, technically, I think is fine. Oh shit, PB3. Hell yeah, dude. What were the hits on?
You there? Come on. It's tight.
That's awesome. That was really fucking fast.
Fair enough.
Yeah, now you know for next time. That's something that you don't really know until it happens to you. And it's just about how it happens to you. Yeah, surely I haven't gotten hit by that exact same thing. What's up, Noxy? You're gonna get Godric's Great Rune on this. This is a really bad weapon. This is probably the worst weapon I've used so far for a no-hit run. It's pretty tough. That being said, though, I mean, we should be able to get this today. Doesn't really backward. Yeah, it might. I don't know. Maybe it does. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I wonder why that clip is deleted. Is that last hit clip deleted? I mean, that last hit is from Dark Souls 2, but
ever.
I wonder if it is deleted, why that would be deleted. Because I definitely didn't do that. Memweather, thanks for gifting a sub to Aziz. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. The drop kick? Was it? Or was it the... It might have been. Let's go on Baryon. Yeah, that's weird. Is it actually deleted? 'Cause I know I didn't do that. Kaza's getting loose again, dude. The one thing, though, this weapon is really good for early game stuff. It's, you know, being holy damage is kind of bad, but despite being holy damage, it's actually still, it's just got a really useful moveset for early game stuff. It just, I probably should have buffed outside. The problem is the late game. Malekith is really bad with this thing. Orlu's really bad. Everything's really bad with this weapon late game, essentially. But I really like this Ash of War. Ooh, this actually might be bad. I maybe should do a charge or two here or something.
I am the Lord of all that is golden, and one day we'll return together to our home, bathed in rays of gold.
Ain spent his entire run on 5 times Rykard. Chow was like, but Gino did it? What, to try to motivate him? People said that? Even though I've totally not done that? That's pretty funny. If true. Let's go on jetpack. Yeah, the Gino said meme.
Maybe
I think that started
I'll give
during
you
one of the
best
Amit
nut
rounds
ever.
where I was watching the matches and I just
This is going too far.
usually I just say stuff that I would do. And then people just started going into Ains chat and Gino said to do this. Gino said he would do this. Nanu, thanks for the 3-month Prime resub. Welcome back. And then I think at first it actually started legit. People were actually telling him what I said, but then eventually people just started saying like a bunch of random shit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Stuff like that, Bender. So funny. Still on this run? Yeah. I mean, we haven't done that many tries though. Only been a few tries. We spent all of Thursday routing basically, and then on Friday, I think I did 2 runs on Thursday, and then Friday I did like 3 attempts, and then it was Amit. So I wouldn't say we're stuck yet, despite it being a few days so far. Surely nothing will be as bad as the Grey Club, although this weapon is undoubtedly way worse than the Grey Club. The Grey Club actually just demolished the final bosses, dude. I would rather have a weapon that has a tougher early game like the Grey Club does. But then get an easy late game. And this thing is the opposite. Easy early game, very tough late game. Remaining Elder runs I know will be bad. I haven't really looked at them very carefully, so I don't know, but I'm sure there's some. Yeah, Godfrey's bad. Yeah, Godfrey was bad with the Great Club, but if you look at the fight we had against him, when we got that run, it was actually insanely good RNG. It was trivial because we got the perfect setup where we got the early stun. And then once you get that early stun, it's basically just over. Because then you can set up the phase 2 stun very easily. But if you don't get that good RNG where you can get the stun, then it's very bad. I use Cheat Engine to get this weapon because it's farmed at the. Normally you get this weapon by farming the Clean Rot Knights, but I don't farm for any of these weapon request runs, so we just cheated in. What's up, Collins? That is true. Yeah, we do have the normal smithing stone route figured out. Oh, we're actually gonna go kill the avatar now.
Pleased the names right now. I mean, I had a little as you might get. I'm privy to it.
Why not use 2?
Time can a little conversation.
I don't know if there's really a point in using 2, but
as you might have get.
is Power Stance Scythe moveset good or something? We have 18 Faith, which is good, so it's just. I think that's fine. Okay, do we have everything else? I don't have the crafting kit yet, so let's go get that. Yeah, I don't know. Stats, we want sort of a quality weapon, but it's still slightly better with Dex, I think. So yeah, we go mostly with that. I get enough faith so that I can use Howl of Shiburi because we get a nice boost with this weapon from it. But I don't know. Mostly Dex and Strength, though.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever.
Swiggy, thanks for the 7-month resub, dude. Come back.
This is going too far.
I don't actually know if I made those or not. Yeah, thanks so much, Swiggy. Appreciate it, dude. Please don't be too slow. Kind of sketchy to just go right away. I don't know. I usually don't do that, but it seems to work out. Fall damage does not count as a hit. Neither does self damage. Oh, dude, good thing that didn't fucking whiff right there. It honestly looked like it was gonna whiff. Would have been really bad. And I don't trust this weapon at all. At least the R2s. The R2s are so bad. Yeah, the riposte animation looks cool, especially when you're doing it against an NPC. You're not just shoving a big blade horizontally through somebody's chest. I do wonder if there are any runs where it'd be worth to go kill Renala instead of Radan. Unfortunately, I don't really see any situation where that'd be worth it. How much crit? I think it's just base, yeah. Carrion Slicer? What, going to kill Renala with Carrion Slicer, you're saying? Probably the last boss. Maybe not the last boss, but there's definitely no way I would go through Renala for that. Unless I have to. Be too long? Well, it's not that going through Academy... Bro. Please get lucky, Cuckery. Insane quick thinking right there, dude. Look at that quick thinking. That was really close. I was just like moving my controller and then I hit the R2 by accident. Yeah, that was almost really bad. The magic talismans? Well, there's not... I mean the what, Radagon icon or something? And that's not really that great. Am I stupid, you guys, or something? Why did I only get 18 faith? Oh my god. Why did I only get 18 faith, dude? I don't know what planet I'm on. It's like, oh yeah, 28. That's good enough.
Welcome. The stars have aligned. The festival.
I mean, this should still be fine. But I'm just really dumb. Just losing 25% damage here. Not ideal. Back to Lake of Rot, dude. Who made that one? Holy shit, that was actually really close. I actually don't mind him not going to phase 2 here. Where do you think you're going? Is he missing 25% damage? No problem, dude. Why doesn't he go to phase 2? Because I didn't do enough damage there. Unless I'm misunderstanding what you mean. I actually did lose a run to gold for yesterday because I ran out of stamina. I did some charge R2 for some reason, and then I just completely... Oh, wow. I even forgot to put the holy tier in there. Nice one. I don't even know what's going on today. So that was actually way less damage than I should have been getting. I was basically short 40% of my damage there. Maybe not 40%, but I was missing a lot of damage. Luckily, that bleed comes in pretty clutch. What's up, Barzonius? But yeah, Radan also does this weird thing where in order for him to actually switch to phase 2, his stone weapons, he needs to be facing you. So that's why for a few seconds there, he was just riding around in circles. How's it going, Zimmer? He was just riding in circles and then kind of does that until he lines up with you. But I'm fairly certain I wouldn't have been able to kill him if he went into phase 2 immediately there. Jump on horse and start hitting him in the back? How long, like, will he just do that forever if you keep circling him? Even if you're getting damage off? Or does he eventually? Yeah, it'd be funny if you could just, like, loop that on every weapon. And just kill him that way. Anybody know what the next Elden Ring run that's up is supposed to be? If you look at the requests spreadsheet, should be on there. Hopefully it's an actual decent weapon. We've kind of had 2 really bad weapons in a row. Oh, the finger, that's right. Yeah. Oh, I don't know about that one. That might be bad. Oh, is it top tier? Really? It's top tier. I'm just thinking of the setup is going to be pretty bad. That's pretty far away. In Mount Gelmir. That's going to suck. Yeah, clubs are good, so especially after the buff. L2 doesn't even do 40 poise damage. How much does it do? So basically, unless it does huge damage, then it'd be better for me to just do charge R2s, right? 39? I thought there were only 37, but there's 3 runs that I'm gonna pick what they are, basically, because people requested just nothing. I'm probably gonna proc myself with that if I wear this helmet. Anything that isn't holy damage going to be a good run? Yeah, maybe. I mean, the Great Club wasn't that good, though. But yeah, I think you're right. If something's not holy, then it should be just totally fine. I'm a little bit worried about the finger on Godskin though, right? But maybe it's just fine. Because remember the Great Club on Godskin Duo was just so fucking bad. I use just a standard Xbox One controller, Evan. It's really nice. I find it's a lot more comfortable than any PlayStation controller I've used, but I also haven't used the newest PlayStation one, so I don't know. Is it fast enough? What, the Great Club? The Great Club is actually good for the final 2 bosses, yeah. Oh yeah, Howl is definitely fast enough. Yeah, because what ends up happening is Howl is a really slow buff, but it gives you the damage bonus really early, and then you just scream for a while longer. So you use Golden Vow first, and then Howl, and then the cutscene will actually just cancel your Howl. All right, so we got to make sure we're fast enough here. I'm gonna switch to the Charger 2 tier because we actually use it here. Yeah, like pay attention to when we use it right here. So look at my buff bar. So we get the buff right now. See? And then the rest is you're just screaming. What's up, Josh? How's it going, dude? And so yeah, it's easily fast enough. Please don't be too slow. I'm really slow here, I think. Oh, maybe I'm not. Wait, I was not supposed to do that. I was supposed to go into the weapon art. Whoops. That works though. Weapon art looks cooler when you're up close. Yeah, you see this weapon through here and it's like, oh, this is actually a really decent weapon. And then we get to these next bosses and you're like, oh wait, that's really bad. This thing's atrocious, dude. It's good, or it's very good early game. And if you're, you know, if you're wanting to clear out catacombs and stuff, this weapon would also be extremely good for that. With holy damage and yeah, any death birds, this thing totally melts them. We tested it yesterday, and the Deathrite Bird in Kaled, I dealt 6,500 damage in 1 disc to him. So it just 2-shots him very easily. And I'm pretty sure any Death Bird would die in 2 discs. But that's about it. That's kind of the only place I would use it. It's just for undead enemies. You could use it on NPCs as well, but it's not that good. I'm up with doing a run with it. With this weapon, it's so if you look at the channel point rewards for the channel, there's one that's it's a weapon request for a no-hit run for me to do. So basically, when somebody gets 150k points, they can request a weapon for me to do a no-hit run in this game with, or I guess any FromSoft game. Which is kind of the whole challenge we're doing right now. I'm trying to finish all the runs that have been requested, and there were 40 of them. And so this is just one of them that somebody picked. I think so far in Elden Ring, we've done maybe 5 or 6 of them. We did the Regalia, we did Moonveil, we did the Great Club, we did Envoy's Longhorn, we did... Definitely one I'm forgetting. Got a great sword. And maybe one more, but I don't know. 5 or 6. And I think this one's probably the toughest so far. And it's because it has the worst late game. I'd much prefer weapons that have a harder early game and an easier late game. This is not that. Thanks for the good luck, Q. Sanctum Mace, I can't remember how many tries it was, but it did take quite some time. I believe the longest it's taken me to get any run was the Grey Club, and that took... I routed it one day, did a couple of attempts, and then I spent the whole next day attempting it, didn't get it, and then I got the first run the next day. I think that was the most. Sanctum Mace was pretty close, too. That was pretty tough, surprisingly. Blindfolded Elden Ring? I don't know. I'm sure someone will do that. That would actually really suck. Open world game. That'd be pretty tough. Leto's not a Cosmo Sheldrake enjoyer, dude. Let's go, James. Thanks, dude. You can wait for daytime here where you don't have to take that path, but I'm too lazy. Working on Blindfold DS1. I think Blindfolded has been done in some of the games. I don't know if anyone's done Blindfolded DS2. Obviously, Sekiro. People were legitimately speedrunning that. DS3, I don't know if anyone's completely done it before. I've started routing DS3 blindfolded, but it's just not that fun. I don't know. It didn't feel like it was worth my time. Follow football? Not at all, no. By football, I assume you mean like soccer. Soccer/football, not American football. Yeah, how many people just left because I said soccer? Because yeah, that question, if somebody, if it's an American asking me that question, then they totally mean American football, right? So, and in Canada, we refer to it as soccer usually. So, it just depends who's asking me, I guess. But I don't know, like. But no, I don't. Either way, I don't. Although I follow American football probably more than football. Just, like, I don't follow it that much. Yeah, I follow hockey. Mostly. Weapon art, if you are a bit far, deals 26. Your point blank deals 39. So that's pretty bad. But what about the actual just damage of it? Is it good damage? Because on Elden Beast, if the DPS of the flick or whatever is good enough, then... Other says 150 poise, so 39 is enough to do it. In the same amount of hits as a charge R2. But you could also do like 4 charge R2s and then an R1 or something. I bet you that would be enough. $1,700. That seems pretty bad. I don't know. I'll probably just go charge R2 build, realistically, as usual. Thanks, Wutu. The finger's not holy damage, right? It's just pure physical, I assume. One thing though with this weapon is that, you know, when we're doing these attempts, it really should be not that hard for us to get to at least this point. Because of how decent this weapon is early game. It's not like the club where I could actually get hit by most of those bosses early game. Like Godric and Radan and stuff. This one is pretty simple. But then it starts to get complicated about here. I don't believe you can grease it. I don't think so. All right, here we go. Fire Giant. Most of the weapons we've used recently have been so bad that, or not just so bad, but they've been weak enough where we've had to bone out numerous times because of the fire breath. This weapon is probably the worst thing we've used so far for him. What's up in code? I mean, it's not that hard to do, is it? I don't know if we're going to use any charge R2s. I guess it depends on the transition, what happens. So unfortunate. All those just hit his fucking hand. I'm gonna try to get a stun here. Bro, why did I do that? God damn it, dude. That follow-up R2 is so fucking slow. Actual slowest R2 in the game, dude. Too bad. I think... I'm pretty sure if I just did the weapon art on the eye a bunch of times, I would actually do so much damage. Might even have gotten him there. I don't know. Might have even been enough. Holy fuck. Nice. Got a nice eye hit there. Yeah, I love when Fire Giant just rolls, right? Does a barrel roll right over top of you, dude. It's just great. I love that. Honestly, though, not a bad fight at all. Usually that fight is way worse with this weapon, but we got a nice stun. The only thing I messed up doing was that second charge R2. What I should probably do in the future is you do one R2 and then maybe follow it up with an R1 into another R2. Because that follow-up R2 is just, I don't know.
Maybe
you go make yourself a sandwich while that's happening. Yo, K Witty. Thanks so much, dude.
Sup, Mr. Machino Rats on the IGN Spotlight, bro. Machino
Thanks, man.
Honest.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, for sure. Yeah, thanks for the 50-month resub, man. Welcome back. I think we're good with these stats here, probably. Maybe also switch to the strength tier. Since charge R2s, I guess we can use them on Malekith. Yeah, both of Grand Sax is apparently quite decent, at least for range. I don't know how good it's going to be as a melee weapon, but there's no way it's going to be worse than this, right? Surely. So this weapon for Godskin Duo is actually pretty decent. Surprisingly. Or maybe not, because it's got the bleed, it's got... you know, if a boss isn't completely immune to Holy, then the DPS from up close with the disc is really decent. Yeah, slash damage with the bleed is not bad. Boss resistant to it? Well, I imagine on Radagon Elden Beast it probably won't be amazing, but... I don't know. I think it'll be pretty decent, at least compared to this. But it's always a good test of a weapon to see whether it can kill Elden Beast in some sort of scripted way at the start. Gives you a pretty good idea of if a weapon's decent or not in terms of DPS. And I think only 2 weapons I've used could actually do that. This one is definitely not one of them. Yeah, it's one of the point rewards I have, Kwitty, for people to pick a weapon for me to do no hit room with, and then they've sort of been building up because I just haven't done them over the last. I think the oldest one was from 2 years ago, and so now at the start of the month, I just decided I'm gonna try to do all of them that have been waiting before the end of the year, and so there were like 40 of them. Yeah, somebody picked, I don't know, there's some meme ones that are really bad. Somebody picked the ladle in DS2. And obviously I didn't do that because it'd be so stupid. But what I did do is I guess I technically did it, but I just cheated all my stats to 99 and gave myself a mundane infused one. And then it wasn't good, but it wasn't impossible at least. So some of them I'll change. And somebody requested a bow only in Elden Ring too, which I don't know how I'm feeling about that. Okay. I'll see when I get there. Oh boy, this is not. This I actually really messed up. Fuck's sakes, dude. We should be okay, I assume. I don't know. For some reason, I thought... I don't know. I don't remember how I did this last time. Because there's no way I could have rebuffed with Howl, or else I would have procced myself. But I thought last time I did the fight, I actually did rebuff with Howl there. Yeah, the bleed kind of makes this not even an issue. Definitely wasn't a great fight, though. I'm not sure. Maybe it was just last time I did that fight, the RNG of the madness buildup on Howl was... Maybe I just waited. I don't know. But it might have just been the RNG of how much madness was built up. So I maybe could have put on more armor. Yeah, for some reason, when you cast Howl of Shibuya, the actual buildup of madness that you get, or the amount of madness buildup, is just random. So sometimes it builds up a lot, sometimes it doesn't. Probably should have waited. I do really like this Ash of War though. Just for killing mobs, it's really good. So much range. How's it going, Bad RNG? Welcome back, dude. Ash of War, it's Nicola's Ring of Light, which is default on this weapon. What's up, Bitsties? Halo Scythe only? This is not Halo Scythe only. We're just using the Halo Scythe as the primary weapon. With all these weapon requests, I don't only use the weapon that's requested because I don't know, kind of worse. It's just not as fun to do it that way. So I simply just use it as the main weapon. But yeah, I can use other things like bows or whatever else. Makes sense. All right, this is where on Thursday I died. I died to Malekith. It's a weird. I basically jumped over his disc attack or whatever in the first phase, the one that's vertical. But I got caught on his arm, and then he just didn't let me jump over it, and so I just died. It wasn't ideal. We could get some endurance, I guess. I don't know. Just strength and endurance for the rest of the run. We don't need more faith. And we do have the charge attack tier in, which is good. Well, 89 too low for Malekith? Probably not. I mean, well, 77 right now. But I don't know. I guess it's a bit different on a normal playthrough. Shouldn't be. Okay. Here we go. How does he not stun, dude? I thought I was dead for sure. That was so weird. Okay. That was so fucking weird that he did that, dude. He just canceled the follow-up into the immediate the immediate spin. That was I guess it was a positional thing. I think he actually got caught on the pillar. And so that's why my roll was sorted into the wrong spot. But yeah. Yeah, that was a nice reaction at least. I reacted properly, but man, that was close as shit, dude. All right, so let's get the rot pots. Yeah, the fast roll, yeah, I mean, that's one situation where the fast roll buff is so nice because I'm pretty sure if that's a mid roll, or even the old fast roll, I'm pretty sure I'm getting hit by that. But yeah. Yeah, it's a nice recovery though. I thought for sure I was dead, dude. I was pretty sure I was dead.
I knew you'd come to stand before the Elden Ring, to become Elden Lord. What a sad state of affairs. I commend your spirit, but alas, none shall take the throne. Queen Malekith has high hopes for us, that we continue to struggle unto eternity.
Yeah, this is how they met. This is how they tested Gideon, and this is why they didn't fix any of his problems, because they're like, oh yeah, you can just rot pod cheese him, dude. That's why. Yeah, and that's why they buffed him with the fast roll too. Because they knew everybody was just going to do this, so it wouldn't matter. Yeah, his modded weapon, yeah, that has like some mega version of the debuff that it's supposed to have. That lasts for, I don't even know how long.
Become a lord. Not even you.
That's what he gets.
A man cannot kill a god.
All right, now this is Radagon is probably the hardest boss in the run, but Orlu's pretty close. This thing is not amazing for him. Ideally, you want high poise damage against, you know, these last bosses, but this weapon doesn't really have it. Nice. We do have to go back. I just gotta get Flame of Redmane. I'm pretty sure I remembered to get. Hopefully. That's probably good. I should probably let's go with let's actually go with just the strength.
I'll give you the best
I don't really use too many
nut
R2s
ever.
on Radagon.
This is going too far.
Grover, thanks for the 10-month resub, dude. Welcome back. All right, here we go. Hardest boss in this run. That was so weird. You guys notice how he was in the ground right there? I actually thought the strafe just wasn't going to work because he was in the ground. Oh, you fucker. Oh. That was a nice one, Radagon. Okay. We're essentially just waiting for one attack here. One or two. Or one of two attacks. get the transitions done. This is unreal. Maybe I can't really go on this one because the Charger 2 is too slow to hit on that one. Here we go. Oh boy, that was tough, dude. That was a pretty bad fight, but actually didn't do some of the more annoying attacks, actually. But with the weapon that's this slow, it's so awkward trying to trigger the transition that we need for Elden Stars. There we go, another run done, dude. This was pretty tough, but yeah, we had a nice Radagon despite, you know, going for one attack. That probably wasn't great. Good Horlu though, decent Malekith, except for that one thing that I think I reacted to perfectly. So yeah, GG. Yeah, that was pretty tough, dude. Llama, thanks for the 100 bits. Yeah, we're halfway there, you guys. Halfway done the bet. I also just realized that my cam has some like insane delay right now. Let me fix that. But yeah, GG. That was good, dude. That was some good practice as well with like a tougher Radagon and Elden Beast too.
I'll give you the best nut ever.
That's pretty good. Brett, thanks for the gifted sub as well. Thanks so much, dude. Yeah, that was nice. We actually, I mean, this run only took what, like four or 5 attempts to get.
I'll give you the best nut ever.
One of the faster ones, but that doesn't mean like it was pretty tough. Also, Matt, thanks for the 10 gifted subs, dude. Thanks so much, man. And Jeff, thanks for gifting us up to KC as well. Yeah, GG, guys.
Oh my
Another run down.
Dude, that's so shit.
We are officially halfway done the bet.
That is such a garbage. Oh my god.
And I think we're gonna be switching over to
maybe
to DS2 as well.
I'll give you the best nut ever.
3 hands you never explained
Oh god.
yourself.
This is going too far.
Easy if you have 3 hands toe.
Wait, okay, wait a second. I didn't even see who did that. Let me just get this open here. Who did that? Anonymous. Thanks for the $10 donation, dude. Thanks so much.
Oh my god, dude, that's so shit. That is so shit.
All right, GG, guys. We're on 207, I think it said, which is the slowest one so far. It would have been right on pace, though, with all the other ones. If also, Jeff, thanks for the 5 gifted subs, and Mumblerino, thanks for the 2-month Prime resub as well. Got to add. Oh, was that Kazuno? Thanks for the the $10, dude. Yeah, 207, which is the longest one so far. It would have been right on pace if we had a decent RNG on Elden Beast there, but we did not. So yeah, I think we're going to be switching over to DS2. We're going to be doing... let me check here. Let me get this open really fast. Yeah, that was tough. That was a tough ending, dude. Very tough ending to that. All right, what do we got? So we did Halo Scythe. Another run from Heisman completed. I think that's his third. And the next will be, let's see. I think there's that spear. Helix Halberd, which I think is, if I'm not mistaken, is in Shrine of Amana, right? Pretty sure it's in Amana. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to cheat that one in. That should be really easy, you guys, I think.